Good evening, everyone. This is Matthew Rhodes, and I'm joined by the Matlock Town manager, Paul Phillips. Paul, so let's start by looking at yesterday's game away at FC United of Manchester in the league. And it was a very late goal from Al Byrne to secure a 1-1 draw. Just first of all, do you think a draw was the fair result?
It was a strange game, to be fair. I thought from my own point of view, obviously different people have different opinions. I thought FC were by far the better team first half in possession. Didn't create a hell of a lot in the final third, but kept the ball well and was on the front foot. But we had the better chances that we didn't take. For me in the second half, it was a case of we came out, I thought, for 15, 20 minutes. We then got a grip of how they was playing, how we needed to be set up. And I thought it was probably a little bit of a stalemate second half. And then when we went down to 10 men, I thought we got on the front foot and looked the better team and finished a lot stronger. And I think there was only one team that obviously there wasn't a lot of time to go when we equalised, but they kept the ball. But we always looked sort of really, really threatening on the break. So for me, probably a fair result in the whole. And a place where you go, you've took 3 points from off at home and a point away from home. And if you do that to most teams in this league, you're going to prosper.
I think you've mentioned this before, but do you think with your squad at the moment, they do seem to play their best when sort of like the chips are down? So obviously when Jamie Sharman got sent off and you were down to 10 men, you still were able to get back into the match. Do you think that's when the team tend to perform at their best?
I think that's just the character that we have. I think, listen, let's not get away from the facts that we're not playing the greatest of football at the moment. We've been labelled a lot of things since we've not been winning games week in and week out. That we're a hoofball team, we're bullies, we're different other things. None of that was labelled when we was in 8-9 games on the run. I think it's dead easy to brand something when it's not working. But for me, that's the character of the team. A lot of teams that have gone there, 2,000 people screaming the home team on. But I think we've shown the character and the willingness, and we've deserved something out of the game in the end for me, yeah.
Now, unfortunately, I wasn't at the game myself, but I heard lots of people say how good Joe Young was, and he sounded like he made a series of really good saves. Just how pleased were you with Joe Young's performance?
That's what he's paid to do, first and foremost, man. I'll be honest. Great kid. Made some really, really good saves. But that was the difference, as I've just pointed out. When we got behind the FC defence, they made our keeper make saves that we not expecting to make. I thought some of them were outstanding, but we expect that off him because he holds up side standards. When we got behind their defence, we didn't make the keeper make saves, and that's the difference when you go to, like I said on Tuesday night, when we played South Shields, we underperformed, but we had 2-3 really good chances where we've not asked a question. I say to the lads, it's like getting a lottery ticket and ripping it up at 7:25, not knowing the results, because if you don't hit the target, you never know. But listen, I thought Joe, since he's come in, 19-year-old lad. I spoke to Scott Fry from Wolves who sent us. I think he's got a massive future. Great keeper, shot stopping, he's kicking, his starting position, everything about him, who's his class. And for me, you look at it, Sean went and played for Wimenshaw yesterday to get him some game time, and to keep Sean out of the team of what he's done for us at the moment in time, that tells you everything you need to know.
And just a quick word as well on Adam Yates. He's making more comebacks than Floyd Mayweather at the moment. When was the decision made to bring Adam Yates back in?
Well, obviously, Wiles was touch and go. Qualch was out. We had one or two others that were sort of on the periphery, and we just didn't think we had enough cover in the central positions. And Yates has always said that, listen, he's a stalwart of the club. He'll never let the club down. And when we spoke to him Thursday and Friday and asked him to sort of step in and do us a job, which he always does, and he did amicably on Saturday, and we thank him for that. But we spoke to him and he just said, yeah, no problem. Anytime you need us, I'll always be in the position to try and do the best for the football club. And I think that tells you everything you need to know about the lad. It's great to have him, and hopefully, come the end of the season, we can give him something to sort of cling on to in the John Terry role or something like that. In that way, that is making an appearance and he's getting something at the end of it because he deserves it, the lad.
Yeah, it's a club legend. And just finally then, so we've got the next game is in another away trip to Gainsborough Trinity this time, the rearranged trip to Gainsborough. So we're sort of reaching the business end of the season now. Every game's absolutely massive. We're on a winless streak now of, I think it's 5 games. How confident are you that this coming Saturday you'll be able to end that streak and get back to winning ways?
Yeah, we're going to every game confident, Matt. I think people say you're on a fight. As I said to you before, and we've had a hard few weeks. A lot of things have gone against us. We're now 4 points behind South Shields. We're a point behind Buxton with a game in hand. And without sounding again like a broken record, we're still in the hunt. We've not. That's how far this football club and these lads have come. But we need to get back to winning ways. There's no two ways about it. Scarborough catching up, Warrington catching up, even though we've got games in hand on them. They don't count for nothing unless you win it. So, again, we've got Gainsborough, we've got Ashton, we've got Radcliffe, I think we've got Atherton, Mickletover. So we've got a lot of teams that realistically have not got a lot to play for, or in some cases they're trying to stay in the league. So I've never known a league as competitive. As you're seeing yesterday, a lot of results when, as you wouldn't expect, but it's down to us now to start putting 3 points on the board whenever we can, because we need that to stay in the hunt of where we need to be.
Okay, well, thanks for your time, Philo, as always, and best of luck for the game this coming weekend at Gainsborough.
Thank you very much.